welcome or welcome back to another episode of the For the Healthy Host podcast.
Where we talk about conscious living, self-awareness, and everything in between.
I'm your host, Ree.
Sunset Tim.
Thank you for joining us and allowing us to be a part of your journey.
Smooth. How you feeling today? I did not want to go first, so I had to get that first.
Why you want to go first?
I don't know. I just wanted you to go first.
I'm feeling so many things, but what is the most potent is gratitude. I really feel like I'm on cloud 9. It has been a very long but fulfilling. It's been a long but fulfilling week, I will say. Yeah, I heard somebody say when you are a creative or entrepreneur, you surprise yourself. And I feel like that's what I've done in every aspect of my being, like spiritually, creatively. I've just really shocked myself. And I feel so fulfilled and realized by myself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
By the way, for those who don't know, we dropped some merch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we dropped
I didn't know
merch.
what you was going to say.
We dropped merch and we had so much fun. Every part about it was such a collaborative effort and so much meaning to every project that we did. And I just feel so fulfilled. Wow, we really did that shit. Creating something and birthing it into physical existence is such a spiritual experience. And it is. It's a spiritual experience. I don't know why you're laughing.
Because you talk so well about everything.
Stop
it's cute to hear you
it.
speak about whatever. Talk so well about it.
Thank you. You talk so well.
I'm
Truly.
country as hell.
I'm so country.
So no, you do. You're really good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I feel like I'm on cloud 9. I'm very grateful, feeling the energy of the new moon. I could scream. I'm so happy I could scream.
You are hilarious.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. You used a word in there that I really liked. I think it was realized. That you felt realized. I ain't never really heard nobody use that word in that sense, but yeah, I'm on that same wavelength. Really, I'm feeling realized. It was like I knew this was in me, and I knew this was in me. I was confident that I had these skill sets, but it's a whole nother um, world when you actually go out there and get it done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel really good this week. It's been a long week, a tiring week, but
For sure.
it's like the best tired when when you woe out, as I said last episode.
Whoa the fuck
Woe
out.
When you woe out from doing what you love is the different kind of
Yeah,
tired than
it is.
I'm tired of the life I'm living. It's a whole different energy.
Yeah.
So
Wow. That's a bar.
think so?
Yes, when you tired from doing this shit that you love versus just tired from life, it's a different frequency.
It is.
Cause I had said to myself, sometimes I think about what I'm gonna say when you ask me how I'm doing, cause I know it's coming. The first thing that came to mind was exhausted. I was like, that's a little too real. That's a little too raw. But no, when you're exhausted from doing what you love, that energy. Although I'm exhausted, I'm also being filled with energy as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to go first. I knew that I'm just I never know what I'm gonna say, but I know how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So let it go.
Yeah.
How y'all doing from the cubes?
How's everybody doing? Take a moment to check in with yourself. Take a deep, deep inhale through your nose. And exhale. Ground yourself in this moment and understand that whatever you're feeling, it is completely valid. Feel that shit and let it flow through. I knew you were looking at me. You suck.
No, you did it this week. I promise.
What I
I
do?
even was counting my seconds. Like, nah, that's too soon. I was
Let
counting.
me tell you something, sweetheart. The fact that you are counting the seconds down instead of breathing is a problem
I
for
be
me.
breathing. Y'all niggas that's wild with that breath work, man. That's wild. But again, I didn't do it this week. You stopped them from getting they breaths in. I did not.
Well, I took 3 breaths, and honestly, it varies. I've been like
Hey, wow.
doing so much breath work and so much meditation that was enough for me. But if any moment you feel as though the time given is not enough for you,
I,
please, guys, take more time.
I lately I've been taking hoes breath away, not in a good way, not in a great way. I've been taking y'all breath away. So I said this week I would not. I would keep my mouth shut until y'all was done breathing. So it was
Thank
you
you
this
kindly.
time
Sure, blame
for
me.
sure. Big lung community was not. Everybody wanted their breath, so I just wanted everybody to have them. So
Absolutely. And you are appreciated.
there y'all go.
So,
With that
what
out
are
the
we
way.
rapping about this week? I stole your
What?
line. You go.
No, you
With
already
that out,
stole it.
with that out the way, what are we rapping
Is that
about
how you think
today?
I sound? Like I'm singing it?
Do I sound like I'm singing?
You did sound like you were
I was
singing it.
talking.
Uh,
With that out the way, what
that
are we
was,
rapping about today?
that's not how I sound with it.
That's 100% how you sound.
What we on today?
What we on? You answer it.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, today's just like I ain't as good at this as you.
You are.
But today we really just running through a lot of the frequencies and waves that have touched us. Really, it could date back from any time period, really. But we've sat and thought with these, I like to say, articles that have went through our minds over the last couple months, and today we just kind of dumping them out in the
Yeah.
world and just letting y'all know kind of like where we been at
Yeah.
and what's been going on inside our minds.
Yeah, it's a mind dump. Another
A
mind
mind dump.
dump. Another audio journal sesh. Thank you for holding space for us, guys.
Yes. So today it goes anywhere at any time.
Yeah, anything goes.
You going first?
Yeah, man, I'll go
Yeah, man.
first. So, as a human being, okay, but to add another layer to it, as someone who creates online where a lot of people see it, and this dates back like years, I would say
Mm-hmm.
10 years. I think I spent a lot of time being understood. Or no, trying
Trying to
to
be
be
understood.
understood.
Okay.
And that takes away from expression. Like, that can take away from how you articulate how you feel. Like,
Mm-hmm.
being like trying to watch what I'm saying, make sure how I'm saying is understood the way that I want it to be understood. And that in itself is very exhausting, and it takes away, like I just said, from me, my light. And yeah, I'm done trying to be understood. I think I started that journey unknowingly, like maybe at the beginning of this year, like intentionally not giving a fuck about being understood, but expressing what's on my mind, you know? Because the
Mm-hmm.
thing about it, you can express whatever you want to express, and people are only going to be able to understand it from their level of perception.
Bingo.
So, yeah, I mean, fuck being understood. Move how you want to and say what's on your mind, you know?
Yeah, I feel you on it. You can't take away from your own natural expression when you're trying to the first thing that came to my mind was like dummy it down, but just like I'm trying to break it into a sense where you can consume it. You
Mm-hmm,
know what I mean? And the
mm-hmm.
way you eat. I'm trying to break the meal down to something you
Yeah,
can digest, but at the
yeah.
same time, you be diluting your own shit by like trying to break it down for them. Like, and you know it as it is. You just express it as it is. You can give it to them raw; they still might not feel the same. Like
Mm-hmm.
these are your feelings and your expressions. So, like you said, you have to like just put it out there and don't really worry about how they gonna consume it.
Yeah, it reminds me of a quote. It says, "Don't create and analyze at the same time," because
Yes,
that's basically what it is.
that shit's hard.
Yeah, like even as like whatever kind of artist that you are, like never think about the perception of the art while you are creating the art, because it is it's a specific word that I'm looking for. It's going to block you. Like it's a roadblock. like it oh, what's the word? Like it's constricting. I think that's the
Restricting?
word. Restricting. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
You was over there trying to get it out. I saw
So
you.
hard. So
I was trying to
hard.
find where you was at with it. I really couldn't though.
Yeah, like it does. I'm gonna let that one be. It's restricting. And we just have to fully be ourselves. What's been on your mind, baby?
Why
What?
you say it like that?
What?
Very soothing when you said it. Very loving. You meant that, baby. And,
Yeah,
and
I
it was
did.
shocking a little bit.
I always call you baby.
Yeah, we at work and you call me baby. It just kind of it
We
hit me
are
different.
at work. I'm sorry.
It's cool. It's fine. It just hit me different.
Struck your soul. I'm
It did
sorry.
while I was at work. Um, the first article I can remember me going over is that like we are always in constant change. The universe is, we are. I think it often we only think of change in very dramatic fashions. Like we
Mm,
see something change, you know what I mean, from hot to cold, but really like it touches so many different temperatures in between that range. But we
wow.
only analyze it when it go from hot to cold. We
Mm-hmm.
can see, but constant change is always around us. The universe is always, it's just slow, and that's natural. But what's like diabolical is when you try to stay the same while everything is changing around you.
Yeah.
And I hate to, I don't like when people play the keeping up game, like, trying to keep up with shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't like that kind of game. I don't like the energy that people have when you're trying to keep up with people. But you do need to keep up with the developments of you,
Mm.
how you feeling on the inside, and how you are maneuvering through this world, and how you are changing. You need to keep up with them.
Mm.
You don't wanna be the person that's on backlog while the universe is in constant change.
Wow.
So yeah, just try to take care of things as they are and then flow. Like I'm trying to get to a point in my life where, like I say, I'm not backlogging anything. And when I need to feel it, I feel it. And when it's time to move on, I move on. I don't want to get caught lagging while the rest of the universe is really still in beautiful motion.
Wow. You've done it again.
Chill,
You've done it again.
chill.
Nah, I feel you 100%. I don't think people realize like so much is changing every second of our existence. It's small change, but it
Gradual.
is changing.
Yeah.
Like the earth is continuing to spin, your skin is continuing to shed, your hair is continuing to grow. You know what I mean?
Yes, just a little gradual
Really
change.
small. And it's crazy, like as human beings, if it's not this super big change, it's almost nothing to us. Like it
Right,
almost
for
didn't
real.
happen. But the part about keeping up with the changes of you, I think so many times we can like ignore that, because really it be feeling like this small nudge within our being, like this small whisper, and we try to ignore it. We
Mm-hmm.
purposely cloud our mind with things that actually don't matter, and we somehow lose connection with the progression of our
Yeah,
being.
yeah.
And you can't do that. You want to stay aligned with your
You
soul.
want to stay alone.
You want to stay aligned. Another thing, I would say pivotal thing for me. So for our OG listeners, y'all know that the relationship with my mother has been kind of muddy as I like came into adulthood, one, but also this like healing journey that I'm on. I think sometimes when you first start your healing journey and you become aware, like, shit, how I was raised and what I went through, like, that really
Mm-hmm.
wasn't law when you thought it was law, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And I feel like I reach this level of victimhood. I think that's a natural part of healing. Like, damn, like, this
Yeah, yeah,
happened,
like yeah, yeah.
you did this to me, da 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 da
The
da.
blame game a
The
little bit.
blame game. But I'm trying to see how I want to say this. But I don't know. And I started to view, I feel like quite naturally, you start to view your parents or whoever, differently.
Mm-hmm.
And that relationship I mean, and it wasn't necessarily a bad thing because it made me kind of branch off and have my own sense of like individuality and
True, true.
create my own perspective and start living for myself. But I was really fucking mad at her for a really long time. Like I didn't like her for a really long time after I had that spiritual awakening and started
Yeah,
this
yeah.
healing journey. Like I damn near hated her. But I have evolved. And I would love to say my mother has evolved. She's going through her own things as well.
Hmm.
And our relationship it's evolving, okay?
True.
Because we both are evolving and I have learned to set boundaries with her. I went from answering the phone every single moment she called, and trust me, she will call me like 3 times a day.
Like
It's
crazy.
outlandish. And
Crazy.
I would pick up the phone, and it's not just her. Like generally speaking, that's a boundary I set for myself. I don't have to pick the phone up every time somebody calls me or whenever they text. I don't have to, like, if I don't have the capacity for it, I don't have to do it. Like, that's just a rule that I made for myself. But I say all that to say, like, I've created some space between she and I. And I think sometimes all people really need is space because that's my mother and I love her. But yeah, the relationship, it's great. Well, I won't use the word great, but it's evolving and it's really been healing for me. I found myself sometimes just being like, damn, I really want my mama. You know? Like I
Yes.
really want my mama. And so we'll have these conversations. I think it was last Sunday, maybe the Sunday before that, we had a conversation that was really, really good. And, it used to be a point to where she would trigger me, she would say something and I would have to snap back. But now I found that I don't have to. Like I don't need to snap back or I don't allow it. Like they're not even triggers anymore. Like some of this shit
Yeah,
is like not
yeah.
even triggers anymore. But like the conversations are beautiful and I'll just be happy to talk to her. We had a conversation. So this is like a 2-part thought, by the way. We
Okay.
had a conversation the other day. This is so fucking funny, bro. She cracks me up. I'm telling her, like, for those who don't know, I'm clairvoyant. And I was telling her, Mom, like, I hear things, I have visions, I feel things. And, like, our daughter does too, our oldest daughter. She does it as well. So I'm like, I'm really trying to figure out I feel like sometimes shit like this can be inherited, right?
Hmm.
So I'm asking my mama, do you see things? Like, do you feel things? She was like, yeah, baby, I do. The other day, I thought I seen somebody in my carport. I'm like, that's not what I'm
That's not
talking
what she
about. She goes,
talking about.
and then the other day, I felt like I seen a shadow. I said, you know what? Hell yeah. That's not what I mean, though. That's not what I'm talking about. The way I was chuckling inside, I didn't laugh on the phone with her, but I got off the phone. I said,
I
she is
wouldn't be able to
so
hold that one
funny.
in.
She's hilarious. But that brings me to my next thought. Y'all, I was drifting off to sleep, okay? In that little state where you're not really asleep, but you're not really woke. It's called the hypnagogic state. I really love
Hmm.
being there. I feel like it's a whole new world. And I heard something. I heard ultraviolet, ultraviolet,
Oh yeah, I
ultraviolet.
remember you told me that.
What's crazy is this is not a word I've seen as of lately. I don't know if I've ever seen that word. It's not a word that's a part of my everyday conversations and my
No.
everyday rhetoric. But I heard ultraviolet, ultraviolet, ultraviolet. I'm like, the fuck? And so basically what ultraviolet is, it is a light that is beyond the visible spectrum.
Mm.
It's not something that we can see, but it very much does exist. And I'm just like, wow. Thank you, source. Thank you, universe, because I needed that. Like,
Yeah, it's hella
so
cool.
much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Don't thank me, thank God. But I, so much of my existence lately has been very much rooted in moving in a way that is beyond what I can see.
Yeah.
Like, so that just spoke volumes to me. I feel like that was a little sign, a little nudge from the universe, from divine, telling me, like, don't sweat it. You got this. I know you can't see it. I know you feel it, though. But just know it's on its way. Yeah.
That was really cool. Like you said, that word hit you like that, and then the definition was so clean.
Yeah.
So clean.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What about you?
Article 2
Two.
is that I am I am less ego, but I am not egoless yet.
Okay. Tell me about it.
It's just really like was me going over like things in my healing journey, which is constant. I still got so much ego left. Though I've dropped so much off, I'm still not egoless.
Mm-hmm.
I think I get caught up in the prideful things of this world. Shit that I don't know if it was just my household or society based or whatever it is. Things that I take so much I might even go like so much joy, so much pride in doing. Allah, the universe cares nothing about it.
For sure.
And I need to focus in on more what I will be really like my soul judged upon on judgment day. Like what's going to be like bigger deciding factors? What would please the universe? What would please Allah in this moment? I don't think when I pull up to Allah, he gonna ask me like, okay, in your life, did you get the bag though? Like, was you like, how'd you put that shit on? Like, he not gonna care about any of the things. He not gonna ask me, did I own a home? He not gonna ask me, did I own a car? He not gonna ask me, is my LLC still valid? Like,
Not your LLC.
he not gonna ask about my LLC at all. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Rich Niggas Incorporated. He not gonna ask about. I don't have that. That's not my corporation. I don't have that.
That's okay. I like it.
Rich Niggas Incorporated. You like that?
I actually think that's kind of cool.
No.
Rich Niggas Incorporated.
Maybe we can make you CEO. CFO, whatever. We can make you president, something like that.
Thank you.
Well, I'll start that tomorrow. But he not gonna worry about that. He not gonna ask me about none of these things. He not gonna ask me like how I put it on. He gonna ask me what I was on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
what he on?
And what he on? Like,
does the episode go by where we're not singing a Kendrick Lamar line?
Bro is everywhere.
Yeah, love him.
But yeah, he not gonna ask me none of that stuff. So I don't need to be too much worried about these things like that. I don't think they ever gonna really show some real precedent in my life and give me actually what I'm looking for. Like a lie is. So I just need to focus in on things of that nature. And I think one of them is like chipping away more of my ego, like just getting more and more of it away. I've took so much of it, but it's just still so much more to go.
Yeah, ditto. I feel you. Something interesting. My perspective of ego, like it just continues to evolve. Because like at one point I thought like I'm gonna completely get rid of my ego, but the ego, like there's this thing called ego death where you strip yourself of your ego so you can become more connected with your soul, which is who you truly are. But I think as a human, as a spiritual being having a human experience, ego does in a very, like if you use it in a healthy way, if it's not used for evil and stuff like that, it can allow you to exist in harmony with other human beings. But I do believe that soul work for me has been some of the most important work of my life, and it has been truly transforming for sure.
Yeah, it was just with me. I'm just like just going through myself and analyzing. I was shocked to find my ego in so many different rooms.
Yeah.
That I never knew it played in. Never knew that it was a part of this or was taking place here. It just like as I was cleaning my thoughts out, really feeling things through. I just didn't know how many areas my ego touched. So it just I still got more work to do on dropping ego.
Same. I feel like there's areas where I'm like ego is there and I'm not even aware of it. You know what I mean?
I didn't know it was a part of this. I didn't even know you worked in this department.
Like I didn't even know you were here. But
I didn't know you was a part of MDR.
I didn't know. Not MDR.
MDR, yeah.
I was doing something one day, and I was like, I feel like I'm in MDR right now.
MDR, yeah, you did say that shit.
Micro data refinement.
Micro data refinement. Shout out to my boys.
Shout out to Severance.
Shout out to it.
What y'all think about that?
We already asked him about it.
No, we didn't ask him about the ending, did we?
Yeah, we did. We talked about that. Yeah, we said it was ass. Some of them said they liked it.
You're lying.
Yeah, so my mama, we did. Like, you tripping, bro.
Okay, fine. Also, I'm excited about Well, it's called You, but we call it Joe because we're
Niggas don't
black.
never call the
Because we're
show.
black.
Niggas don't never call the show their real name,
Yeah, Joe. I'm so excited about this season of Joe. Oh
which is you.
my, which is you.
Which is yeah.
Guys. This is one of the first times. You know, it's a good show when like What are you doing?
Playing with the smoke. My bad.
No, you're fine. I just didn't know what was happening. You know, it's a good show when the main character is a murderer, but you also have empathy for him. Like I kind of
That nigga
also
need to
feel
go.
bad for him, but also someone
He
needs.
gotta go.
His time is up. Someone has to.
Bro, to put too many bodies out. Bro, gotta go.
I feel bad for him, but also
No, I don't feel bad for
I
him.
did for a bit. Like when it be showing like his childhood, but what's crazy. This is why he's so psycho. He's a psychopath because he actually thinks he's doing a good thing.
Yeah,
Anyway,
bro,
we're getting into that this weekend.
True.
Okay, something else for me is that you actually said this in a song, but also I was watching a show. Speaking of shows, it's called Nobody Wants This. And he said like this little parable. But I'm taking everything as a sign. Okay? Literally every single thing in my life as a sign. So the parable goes like this. There's this man who is on a roof during a flood. Every time somebody comes by, he's like, nope, God's going to save me. You're fine. Keep going, keep going. And he eventually dies. And when he dies, he asks God, why didn't you save me? And God was like, my nigga, I sent you a boat. I sent you a life jacket. I sent you a helicopter. That was me. And so I think so many times we be looking for something very specific.
Yeah.
But it be like the small, mundane things that really are a sign from the universe. Like I literally take everything as a sign, the things that work out and the things that don't. It's all a sign. Like maybe the universe is protecting me. Or maybe I need to like go in a different direction or whatever. Like we're sent so many different signs, so many different synchronicities to change the course of our life. Like even on the show, he was like, you got to nudge you want to quit your job. That's a sign. You gotta, whatever. I can't think of anything right now. But like so many things in life are a sign and we choose to ignore because they're not the sign that we thought it would be. Like it's not super specific to what we thought. It's not what we expected.
Yeah, it's funny how humans, we have our vision on how Allah is going to show up in our lives.
Yeah.
Like he's going to show up in this way and it's going to look like this. And truth be told, I know on my soul, if you pray to Allah, he will show up. Now, will you recognize it when he show up? That is up to you. Like,
yeah.
But on my soul, he had showed up if you pray to him. Like, if
For
you
sure.
pray, like, a lot of times, like you said, your boy was like, "Nah, Allah gonna save me," and the mama pulled up with a boat and a life jacket with room for you, and you like, "Nah, I had the vision of a helicopter, really, you know what I mean?" So that's what you on, like, you got a vision of how you think Allah gonna show up for you, but I promise you, he's probably already been there twice. And by the time you realize it was him, that opportunity usually is gone and you waiting on the next one.
Yeah, for sure.
Usually how it happen.
Expectations are blockages.
True.
Is what I truly feel. Because the only way you aren't able to actually receive a sign from the universe is if you're not open to it. Expectations and openness cannot exist together. They can't coexist. Like, ain't no way.
Yeah. And like you said, you take everything as a sign. Like, the shit is everything. I checked out at the store the other day. I think I checked out and it ended up being like 11:11. And then one time it was 14:14. This is all in the same day. And I'm like, bro, this is crazy. And I know you might think like, well, all you got to do is buy this and then buy that.
Like, nah.
But the price of every item fluctuates.
Yeah.
My need for these two items at the exact same time at the price that they are right now, like that fluctuates. You know what I mean? So to see that, like I'm taking everything as a sign.
Yeah, same. Like everything can have purpose if you allow it to. Like I see numbers all the time, hear shit all the time. Like I found a feather walking out the grocery store. I've never found a bird's feather in my life.
Sitting there perfect.
And it's crazy because like I feel like I get these signs when I need them the most.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say something else. Shit. Oh, And when you was talking about like these, I had to buy these specific items. Divine timing is everything. I could have took any route. I could have went to any store. I could have went like should be so divine
Could have
timing
grabbed
and
another bag of
I
chips.
could have grabbed another bag.
Anything I could have did.
Anything. Bro. Literally, when we was checking out at the gas station for our campaign shoot for our merch. Yeah. First of all, crazy shoot, crazy campaign. But the total was 777. Like that's what that was, and it's just like, and it don't even be about like numbers. Sometimes it be about conversations. It be about the people you run into. Like, oh, you run into a random person and y'all share a conversation, and like I don't know, it's just so many different like things that have purpose to them. Like even sometimes like I'll go on the internet and I'll hear exactly what I needed to hear. Like that be the universe.
It's a dangerous one though, the internet. Don't go on there looking for what you exactly need to hear. Now when it do happen, that's fine.
No, I'll be on there like posting though.
Yeah. I'm just saying though, like in general, because the internet it's a place.
It can be a slippery slope.
It can be. Like you said, you will run them days where it's hitting on point, motivating you, and then you got days you running there, and then you run into Kanye's tweets and other shit like that.
But that's also a sign. I don't even need to be on here. Let me get the fuck up
there you
off
go.
here.
I guess everything's a sign though.
Yeah, like the good and the bad. It's all a sign. What's up with you though? What's up though? This episode is sponsored by Air Doctor. Americans spend an average of 90% of their time indoors. But you probably didn't know that your indoor air can be up to 100 times more polluted than outdoor air. Breathe easy with Air Doctor, the award-winning air purifier that eliminates 99.99% of dangerous contaminants like allergens, viruses, smoke, gases, mold spores, and more.
So we've had Air Doctor in the crib for about 40 days now. And it is a clear difference. The air tastes different when I take a breath in and when I take a breath out in comparison to before we had it. It's just clearer. It feels cleaner coming in and out of me. And with this time of the year, Ree has allergies.
I do. I have
she
seasonal
go outside.
allergies.
She get beat up by pollen. Like at least when she steps in the door, she got clean air coming in for her. So yeah, the Air Doctor checks off everything for us. It's smooth.
Yeah, it really does. Head to airdoctorpro.com and use promo code FTHH to get up to $300 off today. Air Doctor also comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee plus a 3-year warranty, an $84 value free. Get this exclusive podcast-only offer now at airdoctorpro.com, airdoctorpro.com, and use code FTHH. This episode is sponsored by Bun Charge. So, if you don't know about Bun Charge, they are a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way possible. It was founded on science and inspired by nature. All of their products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern-day world. Their extensive range of premium wellness products help you sleep better, perform better, have more energy, recover faster, balance hormones, reduce inflammation. Honestly, the list is endless. My go-to product from Bun Charge at the moment is their red light face mask. I'm not gonna lie, being a sensitive skin girly, I was a little afraid at first. I didn't know how my skin was gonna do, but it is doing just fine and then some. For such a long time, I was so insecure with my skin. I honestly thought it would never get better. But with lifestyle changes like moving my body, drinking plenty of water, eating healthy, no stress, because that's a whole nother can of worms. And as of lately, using Bun Charge's red light face mask. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a whole experience. I sit down on my couch, read a book, or watch a show if there's a show that I'm into at the moment. And I just chill, and it's really like that me time that I be craving a lot. So I love that for me. Bun Charge's red light face mask also helps with wrinkles and fine lines, sore jaw, eczema, migraines, acne, scar tissue, wound healing, relaxation, razor burns, and ingrown facial hairs. They also have a lot of other amazing products such as low blue light bulbs, blue light glasses, EMF protection products, infrared sauna blankets, and so much more. If any of this feels like your speed, go to buncharge.com and use code FTHH to save 15%. That is BONCHARGE.com and use code FTHH to save 15%.
I don't even remember what article number I'm on right now.
Trace?
I think it is 3, Article 3. I love that I refer to my thoughts as articles now too. It makes so much more sense when I call them articles.
It feels like organized. Like,
Yeah, right. It's organized because like I have a thought, and then like I used to think I could have a thought and just throw it away, and you go to the next one. But really, every thought I have, I go into that thought, then I have detail on it, like and how I feel about it and why I felt that way. So my shit really is an article. Like,
what's also cool is it like should be interconnected too.
true.
Love that. Did I say that right?
You
Interconnected.
thinking about Intergalactic, like your movie?
I love
You
Intergalactic.
do love that fucking movie.
Shit.
Maybe we might watch it this weekend for you.
Okay, I
I know
love
you
that.
love that movie.
Love it so much. Kid
Um,
Cudi, he's amazing.
Kid Cudi did this thing in that movie. Article 3 with me in the place to be. um, Patience is stressful as fuck,
Okay.
especially on us humans. Like when we have a society that will give you time, date for just about everything. Man has been able to calculate everything almost up into the minute so many times. For me, I think patience is hard as hell. I know it is for a lot of people
It is.
because, like I said, you know the dates. Like you finna have a kid. We have children. Like you've ever been a part of that process? Like they tell you the exact date.
Yeah.
They like,
Even that is a little off though. We didn't even have either. Both of our daughters was
but
not born on the
but
exact
they
day.
but they be on around the same
But
time.
it be
though.
around the same time.
Thank you.
Yes.
It be around the same time. Like everything has like this date to it. Like up to like I said, up to the minute. You know when your package gonna be there. They got all of this shit. So I think a lot of times we can expect the same service from the universe. Like we trying to put a date on when our miracles come. If Allah gave you a date, like, hey, I got your miracle. Everything you ever wanted will be yours in 90 days. You would chill out for 90 days. You would. You probably ain't gonna fuck that job. You probably wild out because you know in 90 days you good with it. You back chilling, making your plan. You're comfortable. You wouldn't stress a bit. You know in 90 days, on 91, it's perfect for you. But Allah has the same thing planned for you. You just don't know the date. And that's what like brings so much stress when your miracle does not have a date on it. And you wake up every day hoping. I mean, I've been there too. I woke up every day hoping that it's gonna be to knock on my door and tell me it's my time.
Yeah.
But I think you're flirting with really with fire when you sitting back waiting on a date for your miracle to pop up for you. And that's what makes patience so stressful for me. I've learned to just do away with like the dates or just thinking about when it'll come. I seen a quote, I can't remember where I saw it at, but it said when the win is for certain, you don't worry about when.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was cold. Like it was amazing.
No, it's when it's a win, WIN. You don't win it. Worry
I must have
about.
said them the same. It sounded like that.
When it's a win, you don't worry about win.
Okay,
Yeah. When it's a win, you don't worry about win.
When it's a win, you don't worry about win.
Yes. Yes, I love all that you just said. Number one, the miracle is you. And I think a lot of people don't realize that.
True.
Number two, patience is very much a virtue. Like,
it is.
Every sense of that statement, it is. Like, it's, you told me about beautiful patience.
Beautiful patience.
And I have
not easy though.
It's not easy, but I feel like when you practice it, it becomes a part of your being.
True.
100%.
Yeah, patience is not easy, but it's needed in life if you ever want to see a miracle.
Yeah. Something you said to me the other day. Was it yesterday?
The other day.
The other day? Is that how you said it? The other day. I can't help it, y'all. Like, I be trying to be understandable, which I said I wasn't. But anyways, so I feel like as human beings, we go through these different phases where we are hella critical of our physical appearance.
Hmm.
I had a lot of luteal phase drama going on, okay? And I'm not going to talk about the very specific thing that I was just like being critical about my physical appearance, but I had confided in you about it, and you was like, "You're crazy, you're wild." And so then a little time goes
True.
on, and I'm like, "Babe, let me see your blank." I'm not gonna say
Oh
what.
yeah, I know what you're
I'm
talking about
not
now.
gonna
I
say
didn't
what
know.
it
I didn't know what
is.
you said
Babe,
first.
let me see your blank. And midway through
Hey, you
showing me your
wild.
blank,
You
you
wild.
like, nah, I see
I
what
see
you
what you was
doing,
on.
and
I
hell
didn't
no,
get it
I
at
ain't
first.
doing it.
Like, yeah, you wild, bro.
And the shit that you told me was very profound. It's a
Mm.
profound moment for me. It was like, listen, sometimes you gotta hold you back from you.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
said that shit, and I'm just like, whoa,
yeah, for sure. It
wowzers.
has to happen. We will abuse the dog shit out of ourselves, bro. It's funny, like you need to be held back from you from beating up on you a lot of times.
Yeah.
I've definitely been that person too much in my life. I
Mhm.
ain't never been like ain't nobody gonna ever punch me the way I've punched myself.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna take the wind out of my sails like I have.
Mhm.
Like nobody can stop you like you can. Like somebody outside may stop you for a moment. They may stop you from getting to that light. They may stop you from being on time. But baby, you will stop you from your miracle.
Yeah. Can't
And
nobody.
that's a hell of a stop, bro.
Yeah. Can't nobody tear you down like you can. And trust
Bro,
me, I
what?
unfortunately know that from personal experience. So like, yeah, sometimes you really gotta like, you gotta hold you back from you. You gotta fight
Facts.
yourself or really love yourself. And I found myself because like it's luteal phase drama. So like I be like my thoughts sometimes they go there, and thoughts are so magnetic and they're so contagious because it's like once you start thinking a certain way, whether it be negative or positive, more thoughts that are in alignment with that
Yeah.
thought are going to merge together. Like they're gonna come. They're gonna keep
What you say?
coming.
What you think about expands?
What you
Well,
focus
what you
on
focus on
expands. But
expands.
same
That's
thing,
you.
yes. Yes, so I found myself last night actually having some very negative thoughts, and I started to like affirm myself, and I'm just like, duh, bitch, you know about affirmations, you do them all the fucking time. So I started to affirm myself and like speak life into myself. You're covered in all that you do. You're supported on earth and in the spiritual realm. Like, you know what I mean? So I just really been on this a different planet, you know. But yeah, I had to hold myself back from myself first before I got there.
That shit happens.
It does.
All right, it's on me, ain't it? What you just put over my head?
No, my wrist be hurting.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I got a little carpal tunnel.
Carpal tunnel is not the
Carpal.
word.
What is
You
it?
are a country.
What
I
is
I
it?
can't say it. I'm gonna say it just like you.
Carpal tunnel?
I think it's. I think
I
we should.
think that's it.
I don't think it is. I think you saying it right. I mean, I think you got the right term, but I don't think you saying it right. Your
Carpal
country is kicking in.
tunnel.
Yep, we're gonna go past that. Article 4 and Article 4.5 for me. They kind of
Okay.
like the same thing.
Let's hear it.
Um, how I arrive is far more important than what time I arrive.
Mm.
I had to like really start to have that mindset about things. Like we are, I guess, entrepreneurs, somebody
Creatives.
creatives, artists. We work for ourselves. We have a time like, hey, we need to be sitting down doing a podcast at such a date, at such time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody has these times, dates, and things, but like really, how I pull up is far more important than what time I pull up. If I pull up on time, stressed or in a bad attitude, I'm sorry, the work ain't gonna be as good.
For sure.
Like our interaction, whatever we got going on, is going to lack because of that. Now don't get me wrong, I need to be on time. Of course, I get that, but like
Yeah.
really make sure you taking the time out to be good when you get there.
Yeah.
Not enough time to just get there on time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really show up for yourself beforehand so you can really show up as you when you get there. I just want to make sure I'm in a good space. You know what I mean? I feel like when you arrive good and arrive at a good time and you on point with you, that's when amazing things can happen.
Yeah. Side note, if I may.
Go ahead.
We're so time blind.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, yeah, I don't really.
Like what?
If you set a time for me, like make it a time window.
Give me a
Give
window.
me a window. If I need to be at 4, you want me there at 4. let's put a rival between like 3:45 and like 4:15.
Yeah.
Let's shoot around that time. You know, I'm not really
Yeah.
good with time at all.
Trying though.
Trying my best to improve, but I don't make dates. I try not to make dates with nobody. You know what I mean? Not specific dates. You know, we'll do lunch and
Yeah.
let's find a time when you hungry and I'm hungry. No dating time, just when we
Yeah.
both hungry.
I used to blame you, be like, "Oh, it's your fault why
You
we're
just blame
always so
me,
late." But I'm just like,
and I took it
I
too, cause I
this.
am bad with time.
But this is growth. Cause one day I was like, "Damn,
I'm not with
it's
you and you
me
still
too."
late.
What?
I wasn't with you and you still late.
That too. But I was just like, "Damn, it's really me too." Damn.
Mm. 4.5 of the article. So much of what I want is tied to what I do every single day. Really,
Okay.
it's really one of them things like how you show up for one thing is how you show up for everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm really noticing how I am in this situation bleeds into the next thing I'm going into.
Mhm.
Everything I always have believed and still believe that everything you do is a prayer. So I'm really trying to tighten up that. Really trying to like eliminate idle minded time, like all doom scrolling or anything like that. Because I really do believe your true goals, what you want to achieve, is tied to your everyday.
100%.
A lot of people have these like 5 year plans picked out and 10-year plans, like. And I ain't never been a 10 year or whatnot, but I used to
Me
have
neither.
5 years think about that. But like honestly, more or less now, if you tell me what you do in a 21-day basis, then I can tell you what the 5 years look like then.
Mhm.
What you do every day is way more important than what you predict you'll be in 5 days.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I mean 5 years.
5 years.
5 years,
Yeah.
excuse
Uh
me.
huh.
Like,
Excuse me.
screw me. Your everyday actions determine so much of your long term future, but we don't necessarily think about it because this is what you do every day.
Mm.
The results are just adding up just really slowly.
Wow.
Like,
Mhm.
going to
Mhm.
the gym, like you gonna see, like it had moments where you see a big boom, but really it's just like every little moment is just adding up. Every little step on that treadmill is adding up,
Mhm.
and every little moment on that couch eating potato chips and not
I
working
love
out.
chips.
I fuck with some chips. I don't know why I would doing
I
myself
love
like that.
chips.
Every little moment on that couch skipping the gym is adding up too. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So your everyday actions like are really the determining factors of what you gonna get done.
Yeah. I think it's so funny. In society, I think when we think about our goals of the 5 year plan, we think about an outcome, right?
Yeah,
And a few years ago, I stopped allowing my goals to be an outcome. My goal is the actual action
there
because
you
that's
go.
what matters the most.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I like that in you.
Do you though?
I
Do
do.
you
I had to
now?
think about it when you said
Do
it. Like,
you
do you though?
though?
You looked real
That's just how
serious.
it came out.
You looked just serious. Your eyes tightened up.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Speaking of,
I think a lot of times we don't we glorify goals, right?
true.
We glorify outcomes because when we think of an outcome, we're really not thinking about what we have to do to get that
Mm.
thing, right? But it's easier to say what a goal is,
Mm-hmm.
right? Versus doing a thing.
True.
There's so much fear that comes from doing whatever it is that you want or need to do to get to the next phase in your life. And I was thinking about fear earlier this week. We always hear, be fearless, be fearless. I got the shit tatted on me. I'm so fearless. I'm fearless.
Yes, you do.
But I don't think that fear is something that really ever goes away. And I don't think that it's necessarily bad. It appears anytime your soul has the potential for expansion.
True.
So
That's cold. I get
it's
it.
not,
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
you
That was
good.
cold.
It's not necessarily don't be afraid. But be brave. Be twice as brave. That's something I've been telling myself. It's okay if you're afraid, but just make sure you're twice as brave. Like you're going
Mm.
to be scared based on your background, based on your perception, based on your experiences, because we just trying to protect ourselves. We're trying to
True.
protect our inner child. We're trying to protect us from all that we have previously experienced. But when there is room for expansion of your soul, by way expansion of your physical reality, fear is going to present itself. You just can't let that
It's,
shit stop you from doing it.
it's new. Frightening.
Yeah.
That was cold though. I ain't never heard that before.
Thank you.
You gave
Thank
it.
you
You gave it that.
kindly.
You did the big one.
I did the big one.
That one was good. It really was. I ain't got nothing to expand on that about because you laid it out so perfectly. That was cold.
I appreciate that.
I really just, if we went on the podcast, I would just need a couple minutes to really like sit on that.
Wow.
It was good.
Thank you.
This ain't an article, but I did. I don't know if I ever told them I took my shahada. Like I became.
You didn't. I don't think you've mentioned that.
I did take my shahada. I have become a Muslim. Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
I am a Muslim.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And you go ahead.
No, that was really
Oh,
it.
okay.
I just
thought that was more.
I hadn't updated them on that. I didn't think they knew.
Yeah, no, he is Muslim.
Yes.
I think it's so interesting, and I think we've maybe mentioned this before, like how our paths are they're not so different. They're really not. But I'm trying to see how I want to say this. I think it's so honorable to yourself, you know what I mean, and the universe, when you are able to follow your exact path, you know what I mean, especially in like a relationship.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we feel like, because I don't know, I feel like sometimes we think that journeys are going to be identical.
Yeah, like when your partner is on it, you on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, we do have a beautiful relationship to the where, like I said, you are a free spirit. You don't belong to any religion or anything like that. And while you are on that journey, I was on a journey being pulled too.
And this years in the making too, though. Like,
yeah,
you've been
years
practicing like 2017.
Yeah,
it started, I think.
Yeah, somewhere around 2017 is when I got
Yeah.
my first Quran and just really started reading. But like I said, it is a beautiful thing that we both have these mindsets, and they never like beef. But the interesting thing is like how they have tied together so beautifully.
Yeah.
Like you'll tell me something,
And then you'd be like, oh,
okay,
in the
Quran
Quran
it mentions it this way.
Yeah.
Like exactly. So
Yeah.
it has been a beautiful thing, like this union of spirituality and religion together for us.
Yeah. I feel like, so like, no, I'm not a religious person, but I'm also very open. Like, I'm just this curious spirit, and I take lessons from, like, you tell me stuff about the Quran all the time. Like, even sometimes I think back to, because like, okay, but little backstory, I was raised in a Christian home. Like, was
Yes.
at church, in the church house, giving my excited to give my testimony every Sunday.
Like that.
Like, they be like, anybody got a testimony? And I'd be like, I got something to say.
Me when you said you actually stood up.
Oh yeah, little girl,
bro,
I used to stand.
Wild. You used to stand up. I would have been so hot
But
at
we
you,
all
my
did
nigga.
though.
You and your cousins?
No, just like certain kids. It was a thing. Like, okay, one kid say it, then we all got. Then it's like ripple effect.
I would have been hot at y'all niggas. Like, we about to leave and y'all niggas stood up.
I gotta say someone that got something to say. I'm happy to thank God. I forgot what it's something like. I'm grateful to be here. But I say that now. Thank God, and I'm happy to be here. Yeah, and so I still find like little things that resonate with my being. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing about so much in life. You take what resonates and you leave what don't.
True.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, so much of it ties in together. You grew up in the church. I did not grow up in the church. I grew up in the wild. I always say I'm a child of the wild, like all the time. Like, grew up in the wild. Was not in the church at all. Religion was not pushed in our household.
That's crazy. I mean, not in a bad way.
No,
I'm saying it's crazy because it's like I grew up the opposite.
Yeah, we grew up exactly the opposite. Like, you taking testimonies is crazy. In my church, kids wasn't even allowed to stand at the testimony part.
And that's crazy to me. So you have gone to church before?
Well, I mean, yeah, we was Easter.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we was one of them black families.
Yeah.
Like, we go on Easter. That was the only time I ever remember going to church. We might go before some, or you know what I mean, something like that. But we ain't every Sunday in church. Hell no.
Yeah, we was there every Sunday, and then
what?
like was in the plays.
You was in church plays?
Yeah, I was in the choir.
Man, my mama, I finna say her dirty ass. She used to send us up there. And me and my brothers used to be so hot at my mama.
Why?
Because on Sundays, you know, the kids go up there and they sing church songs. They like singing the choir,
yeah.
right? My mama used to tell us to go up there. We'd be like, nigga, you ain't sent us all week. We know no words to any.
That's a
We
bit
just up,
embarrassing.
bro. We just up there like
That's embarrassing.
swaying. Man, me and my brother's hot, bro. We don't know none of these words, bro. Stop playing
Yeah.
like for these people like we know anything.
She played too much.
She played too much. I need
She
to call
played
my
too
mama and ask her,
much.
why would
Why
you
would you
do?
do?
Why
Why
would
would
you
you
do
do
that?
that?
Why would you do that? I gotta ask her
Yeah.
today.
No, I was in the choir. I even had like a little solo one Christmas.
What you
Good times.
blowing?
Not exactly,
What?
but it was cool, you know?
That's awesome for you.
Good times.
Yeah. I don't even know what number. I'm on Article 5.
Yeah.
I think Article 5. I don't remember which episode it was. It was a recent episode though.
Of
Us.
Oh, okay.
Of
I'm
us.
like, of what?
And I was mentioning like, I feel a cry coming on.
You did say that.
I said I feel a cry coming on.
And so
See,
many people related.
so many people resonated with that. Shout out to all the fellas who resonated with
Right.
that too.
Shout
like,
out to you for being vulnerable because you really
it was a lot of dudes who showed up right there. I didn't think I was going.
Yeah.
I didn't think. I didn't know like the rest of the dogs was out there like having emotions in this season too like that.
Yeah, you've created space for people. I love that.
Yeah,
For the men.
Yeah. For the men, shout out to all the dogs out there. I said last time I had a cry coming up. I have got that cry out. It felt good.
I wasn't even there.
No, why would you be there? I'm ugly when I cry.
I'm just like so much. It's like I
Yeah,
know you,
nah.
but I really don't know you.
No, I gotta get them out. I have them scheduled too. Like when I say like if I'm gonna cry, I let it be when you I know gonna be doing a routine that take a minute.
Okay.
Like you go run at the park. Boom. That's number one time I'm crying.
Yeah.
Don't pull up.
Well,
Don't do that.
I'll give you your space. You deserve that much.
But I got to cry out and whatnot. And we are into this season of my life, this new season. And this new season, I am getting to it.
Yeah.
I'm getting to it. Like I'm really on that. And I'm focused in. Now, I'm not ignoring my feelings. We not doing that. Because that's how we create backlog emotions. That's how you get angry and you don't even know why you angry. You sad, you don't know why you sad. I'm not backlogging my emotions, but I am prioritizing, staying on top of tasks, times, and making sure what I want for myself, I am pursuing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a time to go hard because a lot of people think that when hey, I'm trying to get to it, I'm on it. It's time to go hard. For me, it's time to simplify. Like I don't want to go hard. I want to simplify. I mean, any and everything that's not gonna have a positive result towards the goal, I simply have to push you to the side right now, and that's person, place, thing, activity, apps, music selection. Like I'm even watching the songs I listen to right now. I'm watching all things because like
Yeah.
you know I firmly believe that how you live your life is a prayer, and I'm trying to have a direct prayer in this season, like
Yeah.
direct,
Yeah.
no distractions added in. So
Wow.
here goes some sports shit. Ladies, cover your ears if you ain't ready for it. Like and you not you don't get the choice. So like in the NBA, like you got like 12 active players on the roster that'd be like this how many
roster.
players that can like get in the game that day, right? And a lot of times only about 8 people play on a team, right? Only about 8 people play. Other guys get this thing on their stat sheet that's called a DNP.
What that mean?
DNP stands for did not play.
Okay.
I got a lot of people that's gonna get a DNP in this season of my life.
Period.
People, actions, everything. You know what I mean? Places. A lot of things gonna get DNPs in this time of my life.
That's on my soul.
That's on my soul. I'm not playing with you.
I'm
You
not-
do not
I'm
get
not
played
playing.
today.
Not playing.
You will get a DNP for the foreseeable future, and it's not a bad thing. I fuck with you, but right now, putting you in the game jeopardizes things for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Taking my eye off the ball. Like I really could be
Yeah.
fucked up right now. I ain't gonna be I can be fucked up, but it ain't the timing that I want to be on right now. So you got to get a
Yeah.
DNP. I didn't got DNPs in other people's lives before. Ain't no bad thing. You didn't need me in this period of your life, and that's cool. I'll sit back and I'll work on me.
Yeah.
But right now, yeah, I'm not playing around. There's gonna be a lot of people getting DNPs in this season.
Wow. So much of what you said just evoked so much within me.
Sports has got you.
Not the sports. Stop playing with me.
Well, I try.
No, the crying. Okay, because first and foremost, I really was in a season of my life where I was crying so much, and not only crying,
Yeah.
where I was so attached to my bed, like I just had to be in my bed,
Mm-hmm.
and I truly have now reached a season where I'm locked in, and I feel like what was really happening, a few things. A, as human beings, we don't realize it, but we are so in sync with the seasons. It's not a fucking accident that, oh, it's spring now and I'm ready to pop out. I'm ready to lock in.
Show niggas.
Show niggas. Pop out and show niggas. But yeah, that's not an accident.
True.
Like
True.
we are in sync with the universe. We are in sync with the seasons of the planet. Okay. Number two, I really feel like I was grieving. I was grieving what was. I was grieving this old version of myself. I was becoming. Side note, in a conversation with my mom, I had my lip liner on. She was like, I love the lip liner you're wearing. I love your lip combo. It really, I just feel like you're becoming. Mind you, I've never used that word with her. Like, I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Martha said the word becoming.
She said, I just feel like you becoming.
What the?
I said, whoa, to me, that's a sign. When I say everything is a sign, that's a sign.
That's
But
a sign.
anyways, I feel like I was just like, I was becoming, and I was grieving what was, and there was a point where I felt like when I was becoming first of all, always becoming, but who I was becoming,
Mm-hmm.
I have became. If that makes sense. I know there was a lot of shit
No, I
said.
get what you mean. Yeah.
But I feel like there was one point where I had felt like it didn't feel like I had to fake it, like it was forced. But now I truly have reached a season where I was just like, it's natural. This is who the fuck
True.
I am. And so, yeah, like I have not been crying that much. Like I've even like felt something and I thought like, oh, I needed to cry. But sometimes like you'll feel shit and it's not necessarily like a cry. It's just like a release, and I feel like my release has been taking shape in different ways these days. But like, yeah, like my bed is just like, I tried to meditate in my bed the other day and I'm just like, this just don't feel right. So I moved to the floor and I'm just like, this is where I am. Like that season, that chapter has closed and we moving the fuck on. The other thing, I'm so motherfucking locked in. If it ain't about my money, if it ain't about uplifting my community, if it ain't about service to humanity, if it is not about the mission, don't fucking talk to me. Don't play with me. I'm locked in. I'm locked in, and that can't none get in my way.
Yeah.
Nothing, no one.
Yeah. Motherfuckers getting DMPs this season.
DMP. I just learned what that shit meant today, but you DMP.
DMP, man. A lot of people, you getting DMP. You say,
what?
I'm just laughing at you. Talking, yeah, DMP.
You're DMP.
You
DMP.
Don't worry
DMP.
about
DMP.
it. Did not play today.
Did not play, and that's okay. Is it DN or DM?
It's DNP.
Why am I saying DM? DN.
Did not play.
DNP. DNP.
Yeah, you come off so smooth. DNP.
DNP.
Did not play.
Yeah, man. So it's crazy. Like we be going through our own personal experiences, but we be on the same wavelength, and that's why, Little Slim, I like you.
What you just call me?
Little Slim. Little Slim, I like you. I fuck with you the
think
long
about
run.
what the fuck you just said. Little Slim.
That reminds me, my last thing.
Not gonna take that nickname.
Slim. I'll just say Slim.
Thank
my
you.
last thing, because it all ties in. Capacity.
True.
That's the word of the hour for me. Capacity. And that goes for anything. It goes for thoughts. It goes for people. It goes for actions. It goes for whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, do I have, or even like ideas? Like, there's, being a creative, you have so many ideas. And I'm just like, do you have capacity? Do you have capacity right now? Do you have capacity for this conversation? Like, I think sometimes we be so, how do I want to phrase this? An important part of being locked in and abiding to the mission is making sure that you have enough space mentally, energetically, spiritually, also physically to do the fucking mission.
Yeah.
Like that makes so much, like, is your conscience clear? Do you have enough capacity to do what you sought out to do in this chapter of your life? And like, so that's why, capacity is the word of the hour.
Yeah. Knowing, like I say, capacity, knowing how much room you got for shit.
Yeah.
The creative curse is that you can do all things, and you'll fuck around and try to do all things. Like, that's the curse of being creative, having vision, right? But sometimes when you lock in, you got to remember watch the shit you locked in the room with. Like, yeah, you
Yeah.
just shut the door, double bolted that bitch, locked it, custom junk, and you realize you left 4-5 distractions in the room with you.
Mhm.
So yeah, you locked in, but you also got this other shit that's locked in with you that you don't fucking need. So when you lock that door, make sure you look over that room, my boy. Throw all the other bullshit out that you do not need in this season.
Yeah. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. One of the things I used to hear a lot is, and I found myself saying this recently, and I laugh every time I hear myself repeating something my mama say. I be hollering. You gotta let go and let God.
They gonna let God
Like
is good.
seriously, and what I mean when I say that is just like not necessarily waiting on somebody to save me, but like literally let it go and let it be what it is.
Yeah.
Like that's literally it. Let it just flow.
Accepting more shit for as it is really big.
Yeah,
Really big.
for sure. Hi.
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 But with that being said,
With that being said, thank you so much for holding space for us and just giving us a place to put our thoughts. Yeah. We love you so much. We appreciate you for being here. And we're sending you so much love, so much peace, so much abundance, and everything you need in this moment. We'll talk to you next time. Bye. Mwah.
peace.
Peace.
Really, bro?
What's up, bro?
What you on?